Good morning. Welcome to Mystic Fitness. Welcome to everyone in the room. Thank you for coming to this Monday morning flow. My name is Marina, and we can start in a comfortable seated position of your choice. If you're lying down and you prefer to start, that's also great. Start closing your eyes, taking some deep belly breaths. Inhale and then exhale through the nose for the people in the room. Make sure your spine is long. And let's rub our palms together. Create some heat. Gently put our hands over our hearts as we prepare to set an intention for your practice today. And we'll bring our palms together for a cleansing breath, followed by the sacred sound of Om. First, a cleansing breath in. Welcome. Let's gently start opening our eyes. And here, if you have a lotus practice, you may keep your legs in lotus. If you don't, open the left leg out to the side, and the right leg will go over the left thigh, as if preparing for a lotus practice. If you would like to put a block under that right knee, and here, set your hands out to the side. Spine is very long. And walk those hands back for a gentle lotus back bend or half lotus back bend here. Open your chest up to the ceiling, your neck, your thyroid. Create space between the chin and the chest as you look towards the back of the room. Fingertips are strong. And gently walk those hands to the front, bringing the chin to the chest and creating a slight forward fold. Very slight, very gentle. Fingertips are strong. And gently walk the right hand out, creating a side bend, opening up to the ceiling. Use the fingertips that are on the floor to create that leverage and that twisting motion. Take a couple breaths here, opening the side body, breathing into that left lung. Create that space. And slowly come all the way up, and let's find that on the other side. Use the fingertips to push and create that twisting motion. Pretend you're changing a lamp with that top hand so that you're concluding the twist with the tips of your fingers. And gently come back to center. And let's switch out the legs. If you have a full lotus practice, you can do that on both times. And here, start first, making that spine extra long. Pretend someone's pulling you from the top of your head. creating as much length as you can on the spine. Fingertips are strong. As you gently start walking those fingertips back, sternum goes forward and up, leading the way. Lead with the chest here. Is there enough of a flexion on that right leg? Can that be stronger? The whole body is powerful here. Lead with the sternum. And gently walk those fingertips to the front, chin to chest. Curl the spine in. Fingertips are still strong, helping create that. The right leg is strong and flexed. And slowly back to center and out to the right. Again, find that twisting motion in the hand that's going to help you conclude the twist. Few breaths here. Open the side body. On your next inhale, come up, and let's find that on the other side. Here, open, up. Your armpits going towards the ceiling. Finding that opening on that right lung. Breathe. And on your next inhale, come all the way up. Bring your legs out to center as you find your first tabletop. And we'll continue to awaken the spine with some cat and cows. So wrists are directly under the shoulders. Pay attention to your index fingers. Make sure they're parallel. And find the cat and cow movements here at your own pace. Take 5 breaths on your own. Conclude. When you look up, make sure you're really opening the throat. And as you come down, the heels of the hands are really pressing on your cat to ensure you have that curvature in the spine. So you inhale as you rise, and you exhale for cat. 2 more. Good. And once you find a neutral spine again, come all the way up. And bring that right leg out to the right. And let's find another side bend here. Hands on your shins. Find that same opening on now your hips. But the movement is the same. And as you inhale, rise and bring that left arm down, right arm up. And if it's available to you, you may raise that right leg. Great. Find that kicking motion on that top leg to build some more strength. And find the hips going up. See if you can look up for 2 more breaths here. Can that hip go up a little more? Little more. and bring it down and come all the way up. Both knees down, left leg out to the side. Find that opening. Now the hip, really finding space. Still looking towards the ceiling, so changing that lamp. Couple more breaths here. And inhale, rise. Right arm comes down. You may choose to raise that left hand and the leg. Is there enough of a flexion on that top leg? Can you open your chest a little? Use that bottom hand. See if you can generate a twisting motion with the bottom hand. 2 more breaths here. Can that hip go up more? A little more. And come all the way down and find your tabletop position. Here, let's find our first downward facing dog. Walk your dog. Awaken the back of the legs. Find space between your shoulders and yours. Head is super heavy and relaxed. The shoulders are doing the work. Stay here for a couple breaths. Bring your right leg up and start drawing some circles with your knees to one side. Finding that hip opening. And then to the other side. Are your shoulders even as you do this? Can they be more even? Find your breath. Slow down the heart rate. And bring that foot down. Let's find those circles on the left side. Really open the hips. And find it on the other side. And bring both legs down for 2 more breaths. Right leg kicks up. Look towards your right hand and bring it to meet the right hand. Find a runner's lunge here. Make sure you're not collapsing into that front knee. And once you have the strength, rise up. Make sure your knees aren't past your ankles. Find strength here. Power in the fingers. And on your next inhale, you'll rise to crescent lunge. Good. On your next exhale, twist to the right. Find balance. What's happening with the back leg? Can it get stronger? Flip the front hand and find the right hand towards the back hamstring. Find that left hip opening. 2 breaths here. Very challenging. Come back to center and bring the left hand to meet the right. As we prepare for our first tree pose, first balancing pose of the day, you can bring your ankle, open the hip here as you prepare for your tree. It may be low or high, just not above, not next to the knee, but anywhere else. And find where your tree is most comfortable this morning. You may choose to have a mudra, something with your hands to help you balance. And let's find some movement to challenge our balance. And if you fall out, you get back on. Yeah, a couple more. You're really pulling down here. Last one. Good. Bring that both feet down and find a forward fold here of your choice. You may choose to have your feet hip width apart or completely together. A micro bend on the knees. Hips are over the ankles. You ragdoll your arms. And on your next inhale, rise all the way up. Hands to heart center. As we prepare for tree on the left side. Opening up the hip. And finding the tree. And it may be down here that suits you best. As you do this, your right hip is going to want to go right. See what you can do to keep the hip alignment as honest as possible here. So as you're trying to balance, you're also trying to slightly get that right hip in. Find a mudra that serves you here. Always easier to have arms out. Shoulders are away from the ears. Feet suctioning on the floor. And let's challenge our tree here. Challenge our balance. A few more. Last one. Good. And here, bring it all the way down. Hips, feet are slightly pointed outwards. Here, rise your hands up and let's sit all the way down into a yogi squat. Yes. Arms up help you keep the spine long. This is a challenging pose for that. Now let's bring hands to heart center. Use the back, your tricep area to push against those knees. few breaths here in yogi squat. Good, and we're going to come out of this the same way we came in. So let's first raise the hands and slowly bring yourself all the way up. Great. And circle, sweep your arms up. Let's go all the way down. Halfway lift with your hands on the mat. Hop, skip, jump, or walk to plank. Let's hold this plank for 5, 4, 3, 2, and your first chaturanga, dandasana, upward facing dog. Open the throat, look towards the ceiling, flip your toes, downward facing dog. Kick the left leg up, look towards your left hand, kick it in. Find your runner's lunge here. Disconnect your stomach area from the front leg. Make sure the strength is coming from the legs, not collapsing into that front leg. On your inhale, rise up, arms back. Find strength in the hips here. Back leg. We'll try to relax here. Make sure it's activated and strong. Inhale towards crescent. Knees are not past the ankle, but you're finding, with each exhale, you're finding more distance and more depth in the hip. As you exhale, look towards the left for a twist. This is when the back leg really needs to be activated. Shoot it forward, strong. Flip the front palm, bring that left arm towards the hamstring. Find your breath here. Good, now look towards the front and bring your right leg to meet the left. Here, open the legs up into preparing for a goddess position here. Feet are slightly pointed outward, and you have enough distance between the legs so that the knees are not going past the ankle ever. So sink towards your goddess. Remember, someone's pulling you here. And remember that, and then sit. Pull with each inhale. Exhale, sit more. Inhale, elongate the spine. Exhale, sit more. There we go. Go post your arms. It will help the spine. Good, and that's fine. With each inhale, we'll rise. Exhale, go post. Inhale. If you can get the heels off the ground on that rise, even better for your calves. And try it. It'll challenge your balance a bit. Let's do this for 8. 7. Find your breath. 2 more. Get those heels off the ground. Let it shake. Good. As we 5-pointed star, toe heel your feet back. As we prepare for our second balancing pose of the day, which will be eagle. Here, right rise with both arms. Right arm will come under the left. Find some movement in the shoulder to one side and the other. Up and down. And then find the right place for it. Open out the right leg out to the side. Rise it up, over, and around the left. Such a challenging, complex posture. Your knee is moving towards the right corner of the room you're in. They eventually would like, or should be squared here. Are your shoulders collapsing? Can you rise? Now slowly bring that right leg out and float it back. Float it back. Right toes pointed down. Keep that hip squared. And come back. Come back to eagle. Come back to eagle. Control. What's happening with the arms? Good. And bring that left leg out. Eagle release. All the way up. And in. And let's prepare to do that on the other side. Both hands up. Left leg, left hand under the right. Find those movements again. It will feel different here. Side to side, up and down. Find that shoulder mobility as you get to the space that feels right and centered. So you do that, shift the weight towards the right leg. Left leg comes out, up, over, and around the right. And it doesn't matter whether it can twist all the way. You just want a balancing and your left knee moving towards the lobby, towards the front left of the room here. What's happening with the hands and the arms? Is your spine long? Now untuck that left leg, bring it and float it back. Right toe is pointing down. Don't open the hip. Find balance. And slowly come back to eagle. Back to eagle. What's happening with the shoulders? Readjust. Patience. And ego release. Circle sweep arms all the way up. Hands to heart center. Take a breath here. Stabilize the heart rate. Circle sweep arms all the way up. Look up. All the way down. Hand on the mat, halfway lift. Hop, skip, jump, or walk to the back. Shift your weight to the right hand. Side plank. You may have your knee down here. If side planks are hard, what matters is that you're creating that opening on the right, on the left body. Feet may be stacked for a more challenging pose, or both of them on the ground. If it's in your practice, lift that left leg up. Lift. Lift. Good, and come all the way down. Back to center. Find a child's pose here. Very brief. Forehead to the ground. Recenter. As we prepare to find this plank on the other side. Now on the left hand. Come into tabletop. Make sure wrists directly under the shoulder. As you rise, pretend someone's with a belt lifting you right at the hip and lifting you towards the ceiling. That's the movement. Look up. Separate your legs if that's in your practice. Rise. Rise. Great. Let it shake. And come back to center. Come back into a plank pose. Chaturanga Dandasana. Upward facing dog. Open the throat, open the thyroid. Flip your dog. Not flip your dog, downward facing dog. And find space between your ears and shoulders. You kick that right leg up and kick it forward to meet the right hand and find your warrior one. Warrior one here. Back leg is on the ground, 45-degree angle out. Put both your hands on your hip crest. See where that's pointing. It should not be pointing sideways. It should be pointing forward. If it's not, find more distance between the legs to keep this honest for warrior one. Rise. Prepare to open to warrior two. Knees never over the ankles. Distance between the ears and the shoulders. Find that distance here. Let's try to get that front heel off the ground. What does that feel like? Find depth. Let's do that a few times. Put it down, pick it up. Put it down. 3 more. Good, let it shake. Come back up. Here, we'll find a reverse triangle towards the back of the room. So the left hand will go towards the right shin as you open. Yes. You may bring your legs in a little more. It's not as wide as the warrior two stance. Slightly less wide. Find your breath here. Challenging twist. Good. Slowly come back to center and rise all the way up. Come to the front of the mat. Circle sweep arms up. Hands to heart center. Arms all the way up. Bring it all the way down. Halfway lift. With your hands on the mat. Hop, skip, jump, or walk to the back. Hold this plank for 5, 4, 3, 2. Chaturanga Dandasana. Upward facing dog. And flip your toes for downward facing dog. Left leg kicks up. Look towards your left hand. Bring it to meet the left hand. Right foot comes down. Prepare for your warrior one. Again here, hands on your hip crest. Almost always it'll be pointed towards the right. See what adjustments you can make. Rise into warrior one. And open into warrior two. Can there be more distance between the ears and the shoulders without lowering the arms completely, just on the shoulders? Hands are facing down. Yes, good. Now let's lift that front heel and put it down. And every time you put it down, see if there's a little more distance in the hip that's created. Three more. Good. Now bring that right leg a little inward. Now the right hand will go towards the left shin as you find a reverse triangle pose. Very challenging twist here. All you need is the twisting motion, the intention of twisting. It doesn't need to look like anything specific. Conclude with your gaze looking towards the ceiling. Good. Now frame your legs with both hands. Bring the right leg to meet the left. Rise all the way up. If you need to take a drink of water as we prepare to take some chair dips. So maybe a good time. For chair, you always want to look towards your toes and make sure that you can see them. And then sit comfortably in your chair. Again, find that movement of an elongated spine here. Don't collapse forward. Find that movement and then sit. Inhale, find that movement and sit. Good. What we'll do is we'll take some lifts, get those heels off the ground, and go all the way back with the triceps. Lift, get heels off the ground, all the way back. Good breath use here in the room with me. Three more. And on your last one, go all the way up and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Now, bring your right knee up. Grab it. See if you can find long spine here. So prepare for Nataraja. May open and stay here. Again, the hip wants to go out. See if you can stay long. Stay long. You can use a mudra on your left hand. And if you have it in your practice, you may do the full expression of the pose. Any version of this is extremely challenging. Couple more breaths. You got this. Be patient with yourself. Good. Let it go. Let the hand go. Hold. 3, 2, 1. Bring it in. 2 feet forward in front of the left leg. Hinge at the hip. Find your hip crest. That's where the motion is. Find pyramid. Belly going towards the top front thigh. Don't worry about your hands where they're getting to. Worry about the belly button going towards the top of the right thigh. May choose to have a micro bend on that front knee. more breaths here. Now tent the left hand and open towards the right. Two more breaths here. Find the space. Good. Bring it down and slowly rise vertebra by vertebra as you bring your right foot to meet the left. Let's prepare for Nataraja on the left side. Rise. Hold that knee, pull that knee in. Find that long spine first. Feet are suctioning the ground as you prepare to open. Mudra on your right hand. You may choose to hold the pose here. Watch what your right hip is doing. Pretend someone just poked you on that right side. Find those 2 extra inches. Find your full version. Find your limit. Rise. Find that length. 2 more breaths. Now let it go and let the legs stay. You can hold longer than you think. 3, 2, and 1. And put it forward. Again, find your hip crest. Find that up and hinging motion forward first before you go down. And then you go down. Belly towards the top thigh. If you have blocks here for your hands, it's a great way to keep that priority of the lower belly going towards the top thigh. Since your hands have the support. Find the micro bend in that left leg if you need. Now tent that right hand next to the left foot and open towards the left in the way that you can do. Find the space that you can find. Two more breaths. And bring it down. And you can bring the right foot to meet the left. Find a forward fold here. You may ragdoll your arms. Find some more depth in this powerful forward fold now that the muscles are more comfortable and stretched. Circle sweep both hands up, hands to heart center as we prepare to flow. Circle sweep arms up, hands all the way down, halfway lift, hop, skip, jump, or walk to a plank. Hold this plank for 5, 4, 3, 2, Chaturanga Dandasana. Upward facing dog, flip your toes. Downward facing dog. Top of the head towards the floor, find that space. Right leg kicks up, and forward to meet the right. Rise all the way up into crescent. And what we'll do here is, and I'll demonstrate once, we'll do this a few times. Left leg will come up. We'll go into airplane and crescent. So we'll do that together. So we're in crescent. Circle your hands so that this brings you strength to lift that left. Yes. Now use that left hand here on the knee. Conclude this. Let the hands go. Find your airplane. Toes are facing down. Keep hips squared. Once you get to that airplane, crescent. Find that crescent fully. Go towards the ceiling. Throat opens. Circle the arms. Find that strength to lift the knee. Yeah. Hold. T. Airplane. Toes are down. Go at your own pace. Find the crescent. Conclude crescent. Open the throat. Look up. Circle their hands. Help them help you. Lift the left leg. Rise. Let's do this 3 more times. It's very challenging. Use the hands to help. Last one. Good. And rise to center. Find a 5-pointed star here. Find your breath again. As we're just going to switch to that other side so you can face the other side. Now the right leg will come up. So circle all the way. Use that. Hold that right knee up. Let it go as you prepare for airplane. Crescent. Open the throat. Circle your arms. Help them lift you. Release for airplane. Toes are pointed down. Crescent. Breathe through this. Use your hands. Rise. Spine is long. Airplane. Crescent. 3 more, you got this. Circle the arms. Release for airplane. Toes are down. Circle sweep up. Yeah. Release for airplane. All right, last one. Circle sweep arms up. Yeah. Find your airplane. And crescent. Excellent. And slowly find your 5-pointed star. And a forward fold, wide-legged forward fold here. You may have your head on the ground, your head on blocks, hands on blocks, hands on either foot. Find your breath here again. Here, put the right hand right in the middle of the space under you and open towards the left. Find the twist. Make sure you have enough distance between your hips and your hand so that your spine can be long. Find that twisting motion. And come down. And let's do that on the other side. Bring it down and slowly rise all the way up. Bring your toe heel, your feet together. Circle, sweep your arms up. Hands to heart center. And let's go down. Up. All the way down. Halfway lift. Hop, skip, jump, or walk to the back of the mat. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, Chaturanga Dandasana. Come all the way. Upward facing dog. Flip for downward facing dog here. Hold this for 2 breaths. Now, what you'll do is bring the right arm to the outside of the left shin. Finding a twist within your downward dog here. Really stretching the rhomboids, the muscles in your upper back that are so hard to stretch. Intensify the stretch, bringing that left heel down more. Let it pull the muscle for you. 2 breaths here. And slowly come back to center. You may wipe down your hands as we prepare to do this on the other side. Here, the left hand will find the outside of your right leg. Find space. We've done amazing twists today. This may feel easier than what you had imagined. Can that right heel go down more and intensify the stretch? And come back to center, to your downward facing dog. So slowly go back into your plank, and this time you'll do a chaturanga and bring your body all the way down with your left cheek on the ground looking towards the right, your arms alongside you. You may windshield wiper your feet side to side. You've done great work thus far. And as you slowly center with your chin towards the center of the mat now, your arms go posted to prepare for skydiver. So feet are actually pointing towards the ceiling, arms are in go post, and on your next inhale we'll rise, lifting the chest off the ground and the upper thigh off the ground. See if your feet are parallel. Can they be more parallel? Find that height. Rise for 2 and 1. Bring it down. And you can bring your right cheek on the ground now. In the next version of this, you can choose to do skydiver again, or you may choose to do bow, where you be grabbing the outsides of your ankles and rising up. So let's prepare for bow. Feet are parallel, flexed. They are creating the strength of the rise. So on your next inhale, rise. Close those knees, rise. Breathe. It's really challenging to breathe in this pose. And release. We'll do that one more time. Such a powerful back bend. And the challenge is to breathe without letting your body swing forward. Let's find another version of that. Get your knees more parallel and together before you rise. Your next inhale, rise. Good. Beautiful. Lift the top of that thigh up off the ground. Good. And release, but just keep your hands on the ankles. And now you're going to lean towards the right. In the pose, if it's available to you, be gentle. Find this shoulder stretch. If unbinding the hands will make this easier, go as easy as possible with your shoulders. But notice the breath. Can it be smoother in this challenging pose? Very slowly on your next exhale, start swinging back. Find the center and slowly find that stretch on the other side. How does this feel? Good. Slowly bring it back to center. Find your way into child's pose here. And slowly use your hands to find a seated position. And you can bring the bottom of your feet together here and remove the flesh from under your sitting bones. Find that same hinging that we saw in pyramid. Find that space as you move towards a forward fold here. So great for your lower back. slowly rise. Now use your index fingers and your middle finger around your big toe. Once that's there, find your own way of getting the heel off the ground. Any way you can. Wherever it's possible. Maybe just a little bit, a couple inches. Or you may find that you can do more with this. Yeah, keep your spine long. Long spine first, and then worry about the legs. Stay here. Even an inch off the ground with the heels is already such a challenge. Now what you'll do is release just the hands. And you can slowly bring the legs together. Yep, wherever they are. Let's row. 10. You got this. One. Good. Go forward for a forward fold. Use your big toes as if they're pressing against the air to find the right rotation for your feet here. A belt is a really good prop for this pose as well. Doesn't let you curl your spine. Now, let's find that half lotus that we saw in the beginning of class. So the top of the right foot will go towards the top of the left thigh. Look towards that folded leg, but lean towards the right. And open. Wherever your hands land is perfect. Keep both your sitting bones on the ground, even if you can't go down as much. Notice how much more space there is now. Can you change that lamp with that top hand? And see if you can open a little more. And inhale and rise all the way up. Beautiful. Let's do that on the other side. Top of the left leg. Foot on the top of the right leg. Find this here first. Look towards the folded leg. Remove the flesh from your sitting bones so that they're directly on the ground. Look towards the left and find that opening. Keep your sitting bones on the ground. Use that right elbow or bottom hand to create that twisting motion and conclude with that lamp. The tips of your fingers should be twisting here, helping you open towards the ceiling. Two more breaths. And inhale and rise all the way up. And let's find another boat. Let's do that again. This is very challenging. Needs practice. Two fingers together around the toes. Find space. Find the balance first. Spine is long. Don't compromise the spine here. Once that feels good, shoulders feel good, challenge the legs. Let it shake. Use that pull to keep the spine long. Yes, good adjustments here in the room. Now release just the hands. And bring the feet together. Now twist towards the left. Wow. Now towards the right. Let's do this 3 times. 1, 2, hold, keep going. And 3, release, forward fold. Find your breath. You can lie all the way down. Put your hands alongside you. Feet parallel. We're going to do a bridge. The most important part of a bridge is having your toes, your big toes, really strong. And you will notice that if your ankles are directly under your knees, all the strength is going to come from those big toes. So on your next inhale, remove your glutes off the ground, rise up. Pretend someone with a belt is pulling you right at your glutes and pulling you towards the ceiling. You may clasp your hands together if there's space, if your shoulders have enough mobility for it. Now push in those big toes. Rise with the glutes. Find your breath. Can you slow down the heart rate? Now let's rise with the right leg for 3, 2, 1. Down, left leg, 3. Rise with the right leg, 2, 1. Back to the bridge, full expression. Push the glutes up. Imagine you're being pulled up. And slowly bring it all the way down, vertebra by vertebra. Pull your knees in. For when removing, massage your internal organs. Hug your legs in. And gently use your right hand to bring your knees towards the right side of your body for a gentle twist. Left shoulder is on the ground. Both shoulders are on the ground. Find this beautiful twist. On your exhale is always when you should be intensifying your twists. And slowly bring it to center and find that on the left side. Most important thing being your right shoulder still on the ground. And being gentle with your left hand here. Gently intensifying the twist. Slowly bring it to center and rise very slowly into your version of pigeon. You may do a reclining pigeon. I'm going to do a full seated pigeon since we did so many hip openers in the class today. So your shins are directly parallel to each other. I'm showing here in the room. Do the pigeon that suits your body today. As you gently start getting ready for your other side, transition into your pigeon on the left side. Be gentle and slow as you get in and out of this pose. Let's slowly find our way into the hardest pose of the day, Shavasana. Fine clothing adjustments, and you may choose to put on a sweater, cover your eyes, adjust so that you're most comfortable. Feet are effortlessly outwardly rotated, hands face up, also effortlessly. Shavasana. Gently start coming back into the room, wiggling your toes and fingers, gently opening your eyes. If you want to conclude the class in a seated position, you may come into the right side for fetal position. Let your body be flushed with blood from the heart. And use your hands to help you up as you get into a seated position of your choice. As we prepare to conclude the class with the cleansing breath, followed by the sacred sound of Om. First, a cleansing breath in. All that I am bows to all that you are. Namaste. Thank you. Thank you for everyone in the room with me.